Good morning. It's about 5:20 a.m. on September 8th, and this morning we're doing the DC Susan G. Komen walk. I have been building up to this walk for about 3-4 months now, and it's a cause that's really important to me. I have my family members coming to town for it, so I'm really looking forward to it. Just to give some additional backstory on why this is important to me, we're going to jump to me at a different time, explaining. Hi, it's me at a different time. I really started thinking about breast health back in 2020. In my freshman year of college, I had a 5-centimeter breast tumor. It was causing a lot of discomfort and it was literally visible through my skin. So I went to the hospital and they did an ultrasound and a core needle biopsy. And they said basically, we're pretty sure this is benign, but because of how fast it grew, we're concerned it could be a full 80s tumor, which could go either way in terms of whether it's benign or malignant. So based on the size and based on the uncertainty, they recommended it for surgical removal. My initial appointments were in March 2020, and I had the surgery in May 2020. The biopsy came back benign, fortunately. But one thing they did say to me is that once your body makes fibroadenomas, like if you have that kind of body, it just keeps happening, like hormonal changes, whatever, your body will just keep producing them for whatever reason. And I did end up getting another one in my senior year of college. And so I had that one removed October 2022. We assumed that one was also benign, but we don't know for sure because for some reason, instead of doing the biopsy where they like chop up the mass like they did with the first one, they did an aerobic culture for some reason. But that was what it was. So we're assuming that one was benign, but we're not entirely sure. Either way, this whole experience had me thinking a lot about genetics, like how these things form, and how there's not a lot of research on benign breast disease, let alone breast cancer. There's still a lot of things we don't know about breast cancer in general. And because I had my first surgery during the pandemic, I was thinking a lot about like barriers to care, the cost of services and things like that. And so I was really just thinking about ways to like get people to pay attention and ways that I could like help out with the cause. I wrote about my experiences with my tumors a couple of times, first for a publication at Duke and then later for Miss Magazine. In January of this year, 2024, I became a Susan G. Komen Advocacy Ambassador, and that's just a group of volunteers that advocates for state and federal policies around like cost sharing, access to services, clinical guidelines, and research funding, and other things to just improve the lives of patients and other people impacted by breast cancer. And being an ambassador has been really helpful in understanding the sort of landscape that we're in right now for breast cancer and breast health more broadly. For my birthday earlier this year, I did ask people to donate to the Komen Tissue Bank at Indiana University, and that's essentially a research lab that collects healthy breast tissue samples and also blood samples and tests them to kind of understand the etiology of breast cancer and breast tissue in general. And of course, now I fundraise for the More Than Pink Walk, which is under the bigger Susan G. Komen umbrella. Between both of those, I think we raised about $1,000, which is kind of crazy to think about, and it's not something I considered before now. But yeah, I'm still pretty new to this space, but I just really wanted to make an impact in any way I could and get people to care about this, kind of convey to them how important this is. That being said, let's get back to the walk. I'm going to meet my family around 7 a.m. so we could take the metro in. And the walk opening ceremony is at 8:30, so ideally the goal is to get there by 8:15. Okay, I'm going to meet my family now, and it is literally freezing. And by freezing, I mean it's like 52 degrees, but that's cold to me.
I love law.
That single car.
Okay, we're here. It's almost 8:30, almost time for the opening ceremony. How are we feeling? Hi. All right, how are we feeling, guys?
We're doing well.
Yeah, we're good. Cool.
Toby and Chili from Washington. Good morning, everybody. I see so many people still not near the stage, so this is your time to come closer. Come right up to the stage. We are about to start the program. I am Chili Amar with Toby and Chili in the Morning on 97.1 Wash FM, and I'm up here with my partner, Toby Knapp. It is an amazing day for us to be here for the Susan G. Komen 2024 More Than Pink Walk, and I see so many smiling faces, all together to support those living with breast cancer, survivors, and each other on this beautiful morning. And every step we take, every dollar we raise brings us closer to Komen's vision, which is a world without breast cancer. We are all here today because we all have a story that changed our lives and inspired us to join this community. Me personally, I tested positive for the BRCA2 gene about a decade ago, and I had a very important decision to make. I had lost my mother to ovarian cancer, and doctors were telling me if I wanted to really be proactive, to not only get a hysterectomy, but to get a prophylactic bilateral mastectomy. And after meeting so many survivors and doing events like this, you all gave me the courage to be proactive. So I want to thank you now for that strength, and I carry it with me always. Now, before we set out for the morning, I am honored to introduce a few special members of our community who had
moment to pause and to remember and to reflect on those who are not with us. And while we're reflecting on this, let's think on our commitment to turn every diagnosis into a story of survival in their honor. Thank you.
This is what Susan G. Komen does every day to save lives. This is what will someday end breast cancer forever. Now, are you ready to walk and show all of the beautiful colors that make us more than pink? All right then, let's start the 2024 Susan G. Komen DMV Tri-State More Than Pink Walk.
You could, yeah, Nadia, please, you're going to have to send it to me because I want my picture.
We're at the end of the road.
We're at the end of the road?
Yep. And now we're turning around.
Oh, they're turning around, that's why. Look like it's like calm like diamond or no?
I love
That is so hard. Coming down no more. He ain't coming down no more. What are you doing?
We're done. We were originally doing 1 mile, but then we ended up doing the full 3 miles because we thought the 1 mile seemed short. So we're done. We did it. We are officially post-walk. We went out to lunch, so now I have some leftovers for tomorrow, which is good. I had a really great time. I would definitely do this again, and it was great to have my family in town for that. Now it's about 12:30, 12:40-ish, so I'm waiting for my roommate to get out of the shower so I can shower, and then I'm just gonna chill out for the rest of the day and then do homework. But yeah, today was a great day. I would definitely recommend the More Than Pink walk and the other Komen initiatives, and just doing anything you can to help the fight against breast cancer and help fund breast cancer research and care for patients. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.